I came up to this mountain here. You can see the house there. Yeah, I turned up the render distance and discovered this mountain range in the back of my house. Originally I was going to build the opposite direction, but now I was inspired to build up this way. I think it'll look pretty cool, having a castle right up here, then building down towards the current location. I've never seen such beautiful mountains rendered naturally in Minecraft. This is definitely a first. Yeah, welcome back. Episode 4. I think today I'm going to focus on building the barn for livestock. I need to make a cow crusher as well. But before I do that, I'm going to finish a part of this ceiling here, just around the walkway, I guess. Fast forward to this, I completed the floor here. I think I decided I'm going to put some bookshelves around the back walls here, all the way around, and then make it like a little library kind of thing. And maybe in the center I'm going to put the enchantment table. At least for now. It might change the look. I'm going to just set like a temporary setup so I can enchant some stuff. Found this guy out in the front. So moving on, starting with I was googling some pictures of barns that I can build. I wanted to try to do this freehand, if you will, without using a YouTube build guide. So I just kind of used a screenshot and really just copied the front of that and then just built the rest of it kind of off of that. So in a way I kind of built it by myself. At least I will be. All the inside decoration and stuff obviously will be my own. Yeah, I'm just kind of copying it block for block on the front. Looks more like a barn here. And all these big trees so I can add some podzol and turn the ground a bit more dirty and coarse looking, I guess. I had to extend the back here because I think this might be a little bit too short. I got the walls finished. I can start on the roof outline now. This actually hasn't been a terribly hard build to do. Maybe I'm getting better at building. I don't know. It's not as fun really building off of somebody else's video, like watching a guide, because to constantly, at least I do, have to constantly kind of pause it and go back and rewatch it over and over. This one I'm just kind of looking at a picture and kind of freehanding it, so. Probably gonna add my own touches here and there. I hope you guys are enjoying this Minecraft series I'm doing. It's been fun making it. I usually play anyways, but it's been cool kind of showing everybody the progression and stuff. Thanks for watching our YouTube videos as well. Our Infugue Talks videos have been pretty fun. Nick and Joseph have been doing a really good job with that. Of course, all the music videos you guys are watching, and appreciate that. We have some new ones coming up pretty soon too, so stay tuned for all those. It's taking me a little bit more time to get this video out because I've been kind of focused on recording for the new album. Me and Nick have been recording the drums for the next song we're doing, which is Resurrector. It's been pretty fun. It's been quite the journey to from where we were as far as like being able to record our own music. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited to get this album out as much as you guys want to hear it. We want to get it out to you. Alright, I pretty much got everything done, just kind of putting all this on the roof. I'm filling in with just all spruce right now. Then I'm going to go back and do what I did on the bottom part. You can see there a little bit. Just add in some oak and break it up a bit so it's not one solid color. It's like the greatest lesson I ever learned in Minecraft decoration. Pretty much applies to everything you build. Just use a couple different, like for path blocks especially, just, you know, mix it up a bit. Use a couple different colors that look good, or different textures, and then just kind of see what happens. Alright, that's everything on the outside at least. As the hard part's done now, it's like everything else will kind of be little things that kind of fall into place a lot easier. So I'm gonna put some like a second level up there. So I need some ladders and stuff. I'm kind of skipping a lot of it so you guys don't have to see all the boring building stuff. Eventually I'll get like a second account so I can do some cool time-lapse stuff, because I really enjoy those on all the Minecrafters I watch. I'm trying to basically copy all those guys. Alright, so I decided to try to put these scaffolds to use since I have all this bamboo, which I also got rid of too. I didn't like it. It doesn't really match the look of what I'm going for. This was quite confusing at first. I didn't understand how to stack them up. It took me like 3 tries to figure it out. I kept building it out like that, like horizontally instead of vertically. Third time was a charm here. You have to like crouch and jump, and then it'll stack up. It took me a couple of minutes to figure that one out. Came out really good. In the picture I saw, there was like 2 little windows up here on the top. But I just made one big one. I'm about to die from a creeper, by the way. I didn't notice it. That was fun. It was a nice old-fashioned creeper death. It's usually when I have about 30 experience points. I either kill myself or I get killed by a creeper or something. I've been in this area for so long that the local difficulty rating is pretty high now. So I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm guessing it means it's harder. Anyways, so I built one big window. It was a lot. I was having a really hard time getting the pattern down. I couldn't figure out how because sometimes it's really hard to tell if it's a block or if it's a slab or it's a stair, you know. So I just kind of made that one up and it came out pretty good. In the back here I put some hay on a crane that I made, which looks cool from the outside. I don't know about the inside yet. It looks, I don't know, it just looks a little bare. I don't know, I like it. And I need to make probably a 3rd level as well because there's so much space. Or I'm gonna probably keep it open, like how the second part is here. But yeah, there's definitely too much space to not make a third level, you know. I need to decorate it with hay bales and barrels and stuff and make it look more like an old used barn. And actually, speaking of Googling barns, I Googled an actual picture of the inside of a barn, and this kind of actually looks like the real barn. It's not bad, especially from the bottom with the 2 center pillars here. It looks kind of like a miniature version of a barn. It came out really good. Now I need to make the cow crushers. Yeah, you can see I got rid of all the bamboo. I got rid of that whole little hill right there as well. I'm gonna put a tower right there, but yeah, you can see I'm pointing at the mountains here. That's where the castle's gonna go. Originally I was gonna build behind me the opposite direction, but now I'm gonna build that way because it looks really cool. Yeah, I got rid of the mountain here, or the hill rather, sorry. Also got rid of this bridge. I told you I was probably gonna knock it down. I'm gonna move this too, just because it just doesn't look good. It didn't feel right. Anyways, moving on. The cow crusher is gonna go right here, I think. This was an interesting learning experience because I built it wrong here. As you can see, I didn't put the chest down first, which you are supposed to do. Or however you do it, you want the hopper to go into the chest, but I didn't do that, so I had to rebuild it later, which was a pain in the butt. Basically, you put these 4 blocks around it like this, and you stack up 1 more around each, and you put water in the center there, right above the hopper, kind of in between the hopper and the top layer of blocks there. And that way the cows kind of bounce there. I don't really understand how it works, but all I know is you can fit like up to 26 or something mobs inside of 1 little block, and then as you keep breeding them, they get crushed, and then the drops will fall into the hopper and into the chest if you have it connected properly, which I did not at first. This is one of the most difficult parts, is just getting the cows inside of the hopper, or rather the little container. Oh, I heard a zombie. Okay, this took me quite a while. Maybe if you just get on one block and then try to get him like in the center and then kind of push him. It takes a play, like that's kind of where you want him right there, and then you kind of make sure you keep the wheat in your hand though, like I did not there. Kind of fucked it up, see? And then I fell into the center. And then I discovered a flaw in my building here. So if I ever put animals inside that, they can just climb through. Eventually he went in finally. Believe it or not, the first one is the easy one. The second one proved to be really hard. Like that's a cakewalk right there. This one right here was super difficult because the other one's constantly bouncing and pushing him out once you get kind of close, so it's just like it's really lucky when you get it in there. See, he's constantly bouncing up. Probably one of the most tedious things I've ever done in Minecraft. It takes a lot of patience because you're gonna sit here for a long ass time. I think I had to turn the game off for a second, which you'll see here. Yeah, this took way too long. Alright, I eventually got him in. Off camera, but I was unable to. I had to take a break and I forgot to record. Alright, so I got it set up. This was before I figured out that I didn't set it up right, so. I mean, it's still working, but none of the hopper isn't going into the chest there, so. I mean, the basic idea of the cows being crushed is still working, because they're. You know, you breed them up until they can't fit anymore, then it just automatically kills them. You need like you need a couple, at least 2, if you want any kind of like substantial amount of drops, because it takes a while. So I think I'm gonna have to build 2 more to really, because I need a lot of leather to get that library built quickly. Otherwise, it's gonna take an actual month of real world time. I enchanted this. I didn't get it on film here. On film, I didn't record the enchanting of this, but I got, like, my first try, I got a silk touch diamond pickaxe, which was really lucky. So I'm gonna go down to the mine, which I moved. It was right here originally, but I covered it back up, so I want to make like a nice kind of aesthetically pleasing mine entrance, I guess. So it's gonna look like a proper kind of mine. And then I just kind of tunneled toward where the other one was, so I could get back to my original area over here. So I'm gonna go get all of the diamonds that I found. I found a bunch of diamonds. I just kind of left them all. I took 5 to make an enchantment table and a pickaxe, but I left the rest that I found, so that way I could hopefully get a. Yeah, I left them so I could hopefully get a fortune pickaxe eventually. So yeah, I had like 2 or 3 different spots where I found some diamond. It's a lot less scary in this area now. The first episode, I think, or the second, I kept dying a lot in this area. But since then I strip mined a bunch of stuff and got some diamonds, as you can see here. And I could have swore there was a 4th, but there was not, so I was kind of just looking around for a while, aimlessly. So I don't think I'm gonna decorate too much of this stuff. It's just gonna be like a, typical mine setting, straight mines and whatnot. And sometimes I find more from just doing like simple strip mines like this. And sometimes you find more diamond just kind of adventuring into caves. I don't know, it depends on the area really. I definitely need to put more torches over here so this creeper will stop spawning over here. I'm gonna get loads of iron so I can transition to using iron pickaxes only. Kind of a luxury. I figure you find so much, as long as you find a bunch each time you go out, it's, you know, kind of pays for itself, you know. And look at that, found some more diamond. I think at this point, I should probably head back after this, because just play it safe and not get greedy, because that's usually when I get that feeling. And I don't go back is when I die or get killed by something. So let's not do that. There's only 2. Oh well, whatever, I'll take it. See? I knew I was trying to leave, so they were like, oh, Casey's trying to get back up to the top, so let's start spawning in and fuck up his day. I do want to put in like a cool minecart system here though. That'll be kind of cool to do. Make like the entrance look kind of cool with like minecarts, and then deeper you go, it just kind of looks like a regular mine. Just that way it expedites getting in and out, so that way you're not wasting time doing all this, and then you're at risk of dying from a skeleton or whatever. So that's usually something I do way later on in builds. I have an old Xbox world that I've used to play on. I haven't touched in a while since I've transitioned to being in the PC Master Race. I do miss that old world. I spent so much time building on that one, but unfortunately it's a bedrock game and it can't be it can be moved to like the Windows 10 version, I believe, but I don't want to play that version. I'd rather play Java. So I'm gonna make another pickaxe, try my luck out, and maybe I'll get a efficiency axe, or excuse me, maybe I'll get a fortune pickaxe out of this, hopefully. I don't think I'm gonna be as lucky as I was the first time. Alright, let's see. I've heard if you put something first. No, didn't get it. But I did a little burner. I've heard sometimes if you do a little burner enchantment, you might get lucky and get what you want, but I wish there was a way to like, I know you can get books. I need to find like a fucking fortune enchantment book. Maybe that'll be my only option, but that seems like it's more rare. Or just, you probably have about the same amount of luck as enchanting something as you do with finding a book, so we'll see. Well, at least we got one of the things that, I mean, that was the goal, was to get a silk touch pickaxe, so I could, it is very handy, but I need a silk touch wood cutting axe, I believe that's what it's called. Let's get these guys, move these guys to the farmlands we're gonna make. I'm going to convert all of this into crops. Basically, this whole thing's going to be like a farmland. these guys away real quick. I need to make a bunch of hose. A bunch of iron hose. Do that real quick. I need to make a composter as well. So there's gonna be pretty much no need for this much, food, I guess, or crops. It's more just kind of for aesthetic reasons. I want it to look like this is where the village has its farmland, So this is where the kingdom of Infug gets all of its food supply. We're a sovereign country. This is going to take some time. I think it's going to look pretty cool when I'm done, though. I'm going to put a bunch of crops and then some paths kind of weaving through them and stuff, and then I'm going to build a few like little kind of shacks or shanties or something out in the fields, just kind of little buildings. Not really sure yet. Gonna skip ahead to when I'm finished. Show you guys what I did afterwards. But I think this episode's about done. Got a lot of stuff done today. Got the bees, got my silk touch pickaxe. Built the barn. That was a big one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time.